my thing is I feel like he is, and I thought this, I was trying to think of the words, and I'm like, he's a clear and present danger to not just the United States, but like global democracy and life on Earth, frankly, with all the crypto, AI, resource.
He wants us to move to Mars.
Yeah.
He didn't care about life on Earth.
And then Adam Kinzinger tweeted out the same thing, clear and present danger. So I feel like people are at least talking about it and seeing him in those terms. But
I have enjoyed all the trolling that I have seen online of, that he's the actual president and Trump is the maitre d' or whatever with something on a platter. Like you probably have seen these memes.
Yeah. It's true, though.
2 narcissists may enter, only one will leave.
I was thinking about the controlling the discourse in our last segment, what you were, with the thing of the lawsuits and all that. And the whole government, the near government shutdown, which right before we came on air, it looks like it was averted.
Chaotic losers.
Yeah. Mark Cuban did a Bluesky post where it was like, if he gets rid of, because Elon was the one forcing this shutdown.
Yeah.
The president, right? the one we didn't elect because he's from South Africa, or it would have been him. So that it was a way to sort of say, okay, no, shut it down, because then when people don't feel any problem from that, he can turn around and say, see, you don't need these agencies. You don't need these employees. This stuff here that you didn't even know that was something we were paying for because it has no meaning in your life. We can cut that. It was a way of pushing for that. So that seemed like it had an agenda. Then because it all got resolved, it was like, oh, that was just a bullshit way of just controlling the discourse yet again. That's all anybody was talking about. He showed that he could send some posts on his stupid shitter site that he bought and have power and control over what was being talked about as news.
Yes. I talk about this a lot, but the agenda setting power used to belong to the mainstream legacy media, right? There was a cooperative relationship between the executive branch, the White House, and the mainstream media, and they sort of coordinated and cooperated to set the nation's agenda. And they lost the agenda setting power. They lost the agenda setting power probably around the time when the iPhone came out, right? When everyone had, like complete access to information and could be producers of information at any time. And so for a while, Twitter was the place where the agenda setting wars happened. That was where everyone went to talk about what was important. You could make something trend and make it important, right? And you probably have both had the experience where you tweet something and it becomes a news story and you're like, whoa, like I didn't know I was going to be quoted in the news today, for saying something on Twitter. It's weird, right? Like if you're not used to it. And that's why Musk bought it, right? That's why he bought that thing, because he wanted the agenda setting power. It's unclear in this moment, if it is still the place where you go to set the agenda, because so many people have left, right? The conversation there is so tainted and driven by whatever Musk is, creating algorithms to make happen. And so, he wants to control what we talk about. Like if you have the power to do that, like that's quite a power, right? To get a whole nation, a whole world talking about what you want them to talk about. Like if you can imagine the kind of power hungry, power mad person who becomes the richest person in the world, right? And still wants more. The ability to set the nation's agenda and the world's agenda is incredible. It's priceless. And so, so what we saw this week is him fucking around, right?
Just trying to see if he could do it.
You will all talk about me, and 98% of you will hate me.
Yeah.
Seems
It's
stupid to me.
weird, right?
Yeah,
Like it's
very.
crazy, but it makes sense, but it's weird.
It's a
I
lot of
just
ketamine is what it is. And
Yeah.
there's got to be an Achilles somewhere,
Oh
that can
yeah.
be found and exploited.
hair
Can't be
plugs.
that hard.
I think it's the hair plugs.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like a
Well,
reverse Lex Luthor thing. Like, if we can make him get rid of the hair, he'll revert back to chaotic good. I don't know.
Maybe.
You
yeah,
know.
he's definitely chaotic evil. But this the thing is that the troll only has power if you let them troll you, right? And
Okay.
so, right, when they were like, oh, we're going to shut down the government, I was like, oh, does that mean Trump can't be inaugurated? Because that's not a
Okay.
problem for me. Is that a problem for you? Right? Like consequences. There are other things. And so, like I said, I refuse to be trolled.